not at all. Make way for the insult. Love me or hate me, it's still an obsession. Love me or hate me, that is the question. If you love me, then thank you. If you hate me, then fuck you. Let's get it started in here.
Thompson Park was real sketchy.
First thing I heard when I got on the bus to Thompson Park was John Lang asking somebody if they cross-dressed. I think it was Kyle Stetz. I don't think he said yes. But, you know, that might be a different answer now.
I remember everyone got off the bus and just kind of stood there and no one really talked to anyone.
Remember, I was sitting alone a lot of the day.
If you only knew like 2 or 3 people then. And I got a really bad feeling about the school when we started doing all those really weird stuff. Like the Wham Sam, that thing.
Yeah, we did that little stupid, like, patty pat thing. I don't know what the hell we were doing.
I feel like the counselors at Thompson Park just totally disregarded any concept of personal space, especially when you're in a situation where you don't know any of those 60 people that you've thrown into these activities with. I mean,
I think that's the point.
I remember finding Jay Chang and Frank Porco sitting under a tree talking about video games, so I figured, why not? They seem pretty friendly.
were you one of those girls who was like hoarding around Bobby Picardo?
No, absolutely not.
Thompson Park was about trying to get Bobby Picardo to flirt with you. Because that's what I did the whole day.
Bobby Picardo was finally glad to meet some girls who were shorter than he was.
I just remember my favorite memory of Thompson Park is when Catherine and Ryan ran right into each other.
Ryan Smith and I collided, and
They traded genders as Catherine just kind of sat on the ground laughing, and Ryan, he wept.
I think I made him cry, and I felt really, really bad about that.
I'll never forget that for ever.
Oh, I do have one memory, and it was like the scariest day of my life. It was, I guess, Thompson Park came like a week after we got to school, and I had just had Mr. Salo long enough to be scared of his class because I was in freshman English with him.
Don't make fun of me. Might as well say my name right.
And Charles Volpe was Mr. Salo.
Attention, all of you.
And as he was like doing his part, Mr. Salo came up right behind Charles Volpe.
You talking to me?
And it was the funniest thing.
Hey mama, this that beat that make you.
Cisco. Don't get me a start on Cisco. What a useless class.
I just remember failing every test and still managing to pass it.
Least favorite class ever in my entire life.
Man, Cisco was terrible.
I don't remember any of this stuff, like the layers and that nonsense.
Bits, packets, frame segments, data, data, data. I'm not even kidding.
I just remember binary code and how I'll never use it again because I forgot it the day after I learned it.
Okay. Physical layer, data, physical, data.
Oh, this is from Cisco?
What is this? I don't even know what this is.
I don't know what the hell this is. I think we made these once.
A cable.
Not an XLR cable. What do you call this? Who said it was an XLR cable?
Cat 5, no?
Cat 5. Got him. Cat 5.
Yeah, it's because it says it on the wire.
What color combination? What do you mean?
Orange, brown, orange, white, blue, green.
No, I don't even know what this is. How can I know what the color is? Like,
Periwinkle.
Brown and white and brown go together because, I don't know, it's like a Tootsie Roll, I guess.
Do they still teach that course here? Yeah. It's news to me.
Jason Chang.
Oh, Jason Chang is my favorite person ever because he had the most unique laugh.
I never talked to Jason Chang, never said a word to him.
I don't remember him.
we did a lot of weird things together.
Amanda Blauvelt wishes she had his laugh.
You guys said to tell me this to say. Were you getting good luck? Okay.
Mello does it with his stupid throat thing.
Yeah, that's how he laughed.
Oh my God, one time I accidentally touched his butt. I am not kidding you. And I swear, from that day on, he thought I had a crush on him. Maybe he was confused.
I remember donating $2 to the Jay Chang Fund.
Basically, we kind of like opened his locker and put like a monkey in it.
I was expecting some kind of plaque, perhaps a commemorative tree.
We collected money for the Jason Chang Memorial Fund, even though he's not dead.
And I don't remember seeing
They bought
anything like that.
speakers. They bought speakers.
What speakers?
They bought speakers for his locker.
I gave
We
him
had
5 cents.
$50 or so, bought $20 speakers,
To play loud music, like Guns N' Roses, because, you know, we thought that was cool.
and the other 30 was stolen within the next week.
I remember I took like $3 out of his Jason Chang fund for lunch money one day. That's it.
I didn't really know who he was until he was on CHS Idol. Is that what that was?
What will you guys be performing at then?
I'll be singing one of my favorite songs.
I'll be rocking out on my guitar.
I do Big Secret. No one knows.
Matt Lowe singing Shebang?
Matt Lowe wedding with what?
Singing She Bangs. You don't remember?
Oh, yes, I do
Oh,
remember.
It was so funny.
CHS Idol.
Okay, now I unveil my big secret. I follow my favorite person, William Hung, with She Bangs.
I hadn't even seen the original with that other awkward Asian man, so I didn't really know what he was parodying. No, let me say that again.
Talk to me, tell me your name. You blow me off like it's all the same. You lit a fuse and now it's ticking away like a bomb. Yeah, baby.
Actually, I beat out She Bangs, because if I hadn't, I would have felt really, really bad about myself.
Oh, baby, when she moves. I go crazy because she looks like a flower, but she stings like a bee.
Matt Lowe did the William Hung impression because he's the only Asian boy in the school, I guess.
He holds that title very dearly. He just told me this the other day during third period stat. And thank God Jason Chang left, or else he'd have to share that.
No! Come get the trophy.
Great performance. It was spectacular. Way to go.
So good.
So good.
James Ennie. Now there's a dreamboat if I've ever seen one at CHS.
James Ennie is my role model because he tested the system as thoroughly as you can test it.
Why did he walk around in the Spider-Man costume?
A skin tight one.
Mr. Gleason didn't like that. They said, no, I'm not taking it off.
Very strangely, James Ennie would tell me once a week or so that I had very soft hands.
He had this dance that he did, the snowman dance, and he would start dancing like he was making a snowman. Put on your pants.
Jacket, zipper, hoodie.
Boots. Now you're ready to go outside and build a snowman.
Snowman. Something like this.
He just left school and went to Wendy's, and then he slept under a tree all day. And I think that's the way school should be. The orange speaker box was one of my favorite incidents.
Lunch, and I was like eating and stuff, and all of a sudden the freaking fire bell rings. I'm like, what the hell? I'm eating, don't bother me.
The small box outside of the school,
It's just natural to think that it's probably a bomb.
and Mr. Gleason just comes over the announcements and says,
The Princeton file, Mr. Gleason needs the Princeton file, and that was the code for we had to go into lockdown.
It might have been a little safer. It was just like everybody hide.
But I remember driving by and just seeing a UPS box out front.
yeah, guys, we're evacuating to Wall High School.
All I did was like sit there for like 2 hours, not 2 hours, for like 45 minutes.
And by the time I got back from the doctors, all of the police were out front or whatnot.
And then afterwards, they're like, oh, there's only 15 minutes of lunch. You're not even gonna extend our lunch to make us sit there for like an hour. It was just a box.
Let me tell you something. When there is a box that you do not know who it belongs to, you don't tell everybody to get out the school. What you do is you open the box and you take one for the team. And if you blow up, sorry.
At our school, I feel like we should expect to get boxes of different equipment all the time, but I don't know.
I just thought it was funny that that was the closest CHS can get to a bomb scare, is a speaker box left in front of the school.
I mean, I feel a lot better now that we have teachers on rotation in front of the school. In case we are ever in some kind of danger, you do have Mr. Madigan sitting at the desk there to possibly stop them, thwart their efforts, alert the rest of the school.
But I'm glad they put my
safety first.
Thank you, CHS.
All right, Chief, what's our 20?
Well, there's a package in the vestibule.
Can you identify the sender?
No.
Do you know where it is?
All I know is that it's meticulously placed.
What did you just say?
The kid I need to talk.
Which one do we cut? The red or the blue?
Roses are red, violets are blue. Boxes can blow up, so can you.
Wait. What is that?
She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under?
I don't like that everybody's getting licenses because it means less spots for me because I need all of them.
Well, I just got mine 3 weeks, so the memory is pretty vivid.
I think it's unfair that teenagers get cars bought for them, especially you, Frank, because when kids drive around Cadillacs, it's just not fair.
Can I put certain names like people who shouldn't have a license?
I haven't hurt my car yet, but I know a lot of people shouldn't be getting their licenses.
It's kind of scary because
A lot of our
people in our grade have gotten into accidents.
I'd say a good 45%.
Somebody hit my car, I'd cry. I would just
You're a baby.
break down to my knees.
I think more notable than the fact that we all got our licenses was the fact that, like, within a month, most of us had already been into some kind of collision.
I listened to Luda because I do 100 on the highway.
I got a speeding ticket a week after my birthday, and then I wasn't allowed to drive for another month after that.
I've seen Dan Smith.
Dan Smith.
Dan Smith
Dan.
I've seen Dan Smith hit at least 3 people in the parking lot.
hit Jack Gramlich's car because he was turning the radio off or something.
Carly crashed into a tree.
But,
Mike drives really fast.
Oh my God, he's really scary to be in a car with.
Amanda crashed into a parked van.
Jesse. Yeah, especially girls. They shouldn't be driving.
Well,
Let 'em know
ladies
licenses.
obviously should not be driving.
It's the truth. Come on.
What do you mean ladies should not be driving?
It was a joke.
Oh, I thought you were serious.
Now,
there.
voting, on the other hand.
The point is, it's jealousy's bad, because I hate people with good cars.
Powder puff.
We were pretty cocky.
The seniors were a lot better than we expected, but it was fun to watch.
I didn't watch Powder Puff. We got our asses kicked, that's all I know.
You guys choked.
Oh my God.
I want to win!
Oh my God. I'm not kidding you. I wanted to cry last year. I wanted to
I
cry.
was crying. But not like in a girly way.
I mean, we had weeks of practice.
We should have won because we practiced more than they did.
We were focused.
Ready for war?
Ready for
That's
war.
all I remember is being in the boys' locker room.
And then the defense decided they were going to quit.
All I remember are there being lots of injuries.
And Katrina had to get hurt before the game. I just remember, stretch my hamstring, stretch it.
And Katie broke her finger.
I wasn't injured, I was just frustrated.
I don't cry.
Really? I don't even want to think about it. If we lose this year, I swear to God, I will cry in the girly way.
And it's not like they're stronger than us or faster than us or anything. We should have had them beat. This year they're going down.
That's right, we come back next year. I'm calling the offense this year. The defense will be easy. Everyone blitz. I'm telling you the plan right now.
But yeah, I want to win.
Me too.
Real, real bad.
What the hell is wrong with you? This is why we lost last year. You got to get your game together and just do it. Just suck it up and do it. Remember why 06 was supposed to be afraid of 07? Because 07, 8, 9, you have to show this to class of 08 this year. You have to bring it. You have to win this game. There's no excuses this year. All right, time for some passing drills.
Du hast mich.
Mr. Applegate in the Civil War unit.
Marching down the hall.
Oh my God, yeah, that was fun.
Marching down
I
the
kind of
hall
got into that
with,
actually with the bayonets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the first day of school, or first day of class, Mr. Salo tried to scare us all. They're like,
The song's for Mr. Salo because during my freshman year, I was just like a mess and everything. Pretty much, he kind of set me straight, and now I'm me, I guess. I don't know, it's just I'm different now. I'm actually succeeding. I'm not just a screw up. He did it for me, so I wrote this for him.
If you don't bring your pencil, detention. If you forget your book, detention. If you're late to class, detention. If you do anything and I don't like you, detention. That was the lecture we got our first day of freshman English.
He also ate a lot of lollipops. Should not go well with me because I wanted a lollipop.
I was never scared of Mr. Salo, you know? He was scared of me because I was black. One day he yelled at me because I was late to class, and I said, Mr. Salo, I'm a big girl. It takes me long to climb those stairs. So he was like, all right, Marie, you win.
We had a heart-to-heart, Mr. Salo and I, and he's not as bad as he's cracked up to be.
I just remember with Mr. Indel that one day I was up by the park by my house, and there's like a soccer field and everything, and I was walking across the parking lot and I saw Mr. Indel in an ice cream truck, just sitting there, and I didn't want to say anything because I never had him before, so I didn't really know him or anything, but it was the weirdest thing.
Mr. Applegate likes adverbs a lot, and he said admittedly a lot. And then he had a kid, which he didn't name admittedly Applegate, which he should have because he said he was going to. Just a little bit of a disappointment for me, but you know.
Well, we both had Mrs. Sant freshman year, so we've never had Mr. Salo as an English teacher.
Guess we missed out.
I love Mrs. Sant.
I loved her class.
My name is Mrs. Sant. Don't tell me that you can't.
Mrs. Sant.
Yeah, Mrs. Sant.
But no,
she's the cutest person I know.
We really got in touch with nature.
There was one time it was raining pretty hard.
Turn the lights out
and told us to close our eyes.
Listen to the rain.
And then we spent the rest of the class period writing poems.
I remember reading Freddie the Leaf. Was it Freddie? I think it was Freddie, right? I don't remember.
And having pet leaves.
I don't think our class did that. Well, okay.
One day I'm sitting at the front office, I'm handing out beach tickets, and I look up and I see Miss Molshine and Miss Lana and Miss Imprini, and I think that was it, and Mrs. Clatt, and they're all just buying beach badges, and I'm looking at them oh my goodness. I think Mrs. Mazzacco was there too, and I was just amazed. Teachers don't exist outside of school, everybody knows that.
Okay, hi. Hello, hi.
What's up, guy?
Yeah, guy.
Hello.
Freaking sick.
Do it, you won't. Make me a sandwich.
Sorry, Brosa.
Why you know that?
I love it at you, Bootsy.
Oh, Brosa.
Why do you know that guy?
Got him.
You're so stupid.
You're so
you don't
stupid,
even know.
you don't even know.
Mm-mm. You. Oh, wow, dude.
Oh, wow, dude.
You can't just copy everything I say and think that it's talking.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. Don't put this in.
Mallow brought back his thing that he did on a bunch of little projects where he goes, so good.
Whatevs. That's all. Whenever people graduate, or whenever a class graduates, they always say that we're the future leaders and we're going to be shaping the world in the next couple of years.
I would trust America with some of us.
But not all of us.
It's kind of a scary thought. I think we got to leave that up to high tech. They're a lot better than us, so let's just take the medium jobs.
I mean, personally, that thought scares me, just knowing the people who are in our grade.
No, I think this class, honestly, is a wonderful class. It's a very eclectic class with a lot of different personalities. Everybody's contributed.
I think we can handle America. Bring them on.
About the future, I'm going to college. Okay.
Who do you think people will be years from now? Like, who will Carly be?
Carly is going to be, like everyone says, she's going to own a bunch of hockey teams.
Klingstor is going to be famous.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see them on MTV. That would be dope.
The twins, they look like they're going somewhere. Future leaders of America.
Children. You're gonna be single and living in an apartment.
Rich.
No, in an apartment.
Rich.
With your 3 cats.
Since we're so good at this, maybe we can get some kind of network deal.
Yeah.
Like, Regis is getting kind of old.
I hate animals. I truly hate them.
But
I
Katrina, you can't be picky when you're lonely.
I would drown them.
It's good to see our class did good or just as or better than other classes that graduated.
This is my prediction. I will be a jet-setting businesswoman, traveling throughout the world, enjoying my life, and I don't care that I'm never gonna get married.
And Tara, she's going to go live in Ireland, like, eventually, and just do her little kick thing that she always does with the wig.
Tara's gonna be a professional Irish dancer.
No, that's too easy.
Overall, I think we'll be okay.
I think only time will tell. We'll see.
I'm gonna. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm gonna do what Alec Baldwin did on Sean Hannity. I'm just leaving.
You're gonna pull the thing out of the wall, Mr. Klein.
Oh,
We're not done. Come on, we're almost done.
okay. You're gonna be able to use